What are you jagoffs thinking? No, really, what are you people thinking? Baseball bats, frying pans, candy canes, that colorful toilet paper my mother keeps in the basement and refused to let me use when we ran out of the normal stuff in 2020? What are yins? Children running around your parents' house finding crap to use as a weapon? No, we are men. Start acting like it and get a real weapon. No, not a gun, you pansies. We kill our foes' spirits alongside their body. Yes, sirree, we only use the one true weapon here, the fish. And I'm gonna show you how to use this bastion of perfection. Hallian's new, and I'm Ian, and this is my TF2 How to Killstreak series, episode 2, The Holy Mackerel.
What is your major malfunction, brother?
Okay, all joking aside, the fish is just a reskin of the stock bat, so consider this a guide to all stock melee weapons for the scout, even if the gameplay only shows the fish. If you want the fish, my advice? Just trade for it. Unless the weapon in question you're trying to find is in strange quality or some other factor on it, like having a kill streak applied to it or something, you should have no issue getting it from a third-party trader or something, simply because any weapon in the game that can be acquired through random drops can easily be traded for half a scrap off of scrap.tf or other third-party sites. I'd cover how to get every single stock reskin in the game, but then we'd be here all day, and I'd like to not waste time. So instead, we'll just cut to the chase here. So let's go over the stats of the Scout's stock melee in order to make sure we all have a foundational knowledge to work off of here. You deal 35 damage per hit with your stock melee, meaning that you have the worst damage per hit out of all the classes in TF2. Even the Spy's Butter Knife does 40 damage per hit, and if you account for backstabbing, well, the Spy can insta-kill you, so yeah. On the plus side, your swing speed with your melee is faster as Scout, so your DPS is theoretically higher. However, more realistically, the increased swing speed and lower damage per hit means that you're just going to end up praying to RNGesus more often, hoping that stuff like the enemy getting a random crit first, lag making your swings miss in the first place, or worse yet, your teammates running in front of you making it impossible for you to hit them in the first place. So if you are wondering why you can't seem to land a hit on anyone when you're just swinging randomly on the last point of the Groot Keep, there's your answer why. Because while technically you're swinging a melee weapon around, as far as the game is concerned, you're basically shooting a laser that fizzles out after traveling a short distance or upon hitting another player. So how do you go around getting melee kills in a game where everyone has a gun? Well, if we go by developer intentions, the Scout's stock melee is designed to finish off foes when you're either out of ammo completely or don't have time to reload your gun. However, we're trying to go on a kill streak with this thing, so we're going to have to think a little bit outside of the box from what the developers intended. The first thing some of you might be thinking is, let's go on medieval mode. After all, we're going for melee kills. Might as well go to the server where you're forced to be using your melee weapon 99% of the time to begin with. And while this can be effective at times, there's something you need to bear in mind. Demo men, soldiers, and heavies. All three of these classes are just way too beefy to be reliably killed with your melee weapons alone. Now I know what some of you are thinking now. Oh, I'm going to use the Criticola then and boost my damage up so that I'll be able to effectively kill whomever I want whenever I want. A few problems with that. Firstly, if you're playing medieval mode, I can guarantee two things you will see. Demo Knights and Huntsman Snipers, both of which will effortlessly one-shot you once the damage vulnerability from the Criticola kicks in. Meaning, even if you do get a kill streak with this combo, it's gonna end real fast. The Mad Milk and Pocket Boy's pistol can help heal you, allowing you to sustain your kill streaks better. In fact, the Mad Milk is especially good since it can also double as a way to deal with pyros and as a spy checker. But having the ability to heal and keep your health topped off is a game changer, since being at full health and being at 100 or less health is a huge deal. This is because a direct hit from a soldier's rocket launcher or a demo man's grenade launcher does exactly 100 damage, meaning you're going to want to constantly keep your health above that threshold whenever possible, since it can be the difference between you getting a kill or dying right then and there. However, ideally, you're gonna want to learn how to dodge. The most fun and reliable method I have found for getting kills with the stock melees for Scout, however, as you've been seeing in this video, have been with the flying guillotine. The damage over time effect of Bleed actually puts most enemies into optimal range to 1 or 2 shot them with the stock melee. Just don't go forgetting that your primary weapon exists. Yes, the fish kills are amazing and hilarious, but sometimes you just don't have time to close the distance and get a melee hit in, and you need to shoot them from a distance. Sure, getting a kill with the scattergun won't contribute to your fish's kill streak. However, it will preserve it for a bit longer than if you tried to melee kill literally everyone in the game. Sometimes, however, you're going to want to do something so stupid that you end up going off full circle on the matter. Yes, Demo Man, running away would be the smart thing to do when I'm this low on health against you. However, I'm trying to kill you with a fish, so that's clearly not going to happen. All in all, I give the fish and all Scout stock melees a meme out of 10. They are fun and hilarious to use most of the time. However, if you're trying to play more seriously, there are better options out there for you to use. And while the power of memes is often underestimated and is seldom seen in pubs outside of the occasional everybody go the same class joke, at the end of the day, the Scout gets very little use out of his melee, stock especially, and I consequently advise trying to get kills with your scattergun more often than not. After all, it does a little over 100 damage at point blank, i.e. the same distance you would need to be in to hit someone with the fish in the first place. As a result, players who prioritize getting kills over being funny will end up not using the stock melee in its various reskins, such as the legendary frying pan or the glorious fish. But for you dreamers out there who prioritize the meme potential of their loadouts over their actual effectiveness, you will be hard-pressed to find a better weapon than the fish. That's all for now. Like the video if you did, comment what weapons you want to see me cover in the future, subscribe if you don't want to miss the next one. I've been Ian, and this has been my TF2 How to Kill Streak Guide to the fish. And stay tuned, the bonk is coming up next. This is working better than expected. Alright, didn't work, but we got further than I anticipated.
We did it, guys! We made it to the first part! Of part 1.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.